Hello viewers, we welcome you to Food Diaries. It is that time of the year again. We waited the whole season for this, seasons have passed. And now we're finally here. A time of rejoicing, a time where we deck our rooms and our hallways, a time for Christians and non-Christians alike to celebrate the wonderful birth of Jesus Christ. And with that, at Food Diaries, we have something very special for you as a celebration of this occasion. And for that, I'd like to welcome at Food Diaries, Daniel Syiem. Welcome to Food Diaries, and Sapna Mordani. So Daniel, welcome to Food Diaries.
Thank you so much, Ava.
I can see that you're all decked up for the season.
Yes, welcome to my little kitchen, and I'm very excited to be here again. This is my second time doing this with you, so I'm very, very excited, especially at this time where we're bringing in Christmas, and what better way to bring in this joyous celebration than sharing a bit of memories and and good food with you and our viewers here.
So that's it. Lovely to hear from Daniel Syiem. So the pretty Sapna is here, and I'm sure we and our audience with us will have something very exciting. And as far as I know, Daniel has been telling me there is a story to the dish that we will be dishing out today.
All right.
And we shall be hearing. This is something very unique and different, and we will go on with our stories of how and why, and for the occasion you will be doing this special dish. And something very, very, this just takes us back down memory lane of our ancestors, looking at these pots. And the best person to tell us how and how are they made, and
well, these are very special clay pots which have been gifted to me by my friends at Dakti Craft. Rida and Gopal.
Yes.
These guys work with the local artisans. And they make these amazing black pottery. So I love cooking in these pots because there's something about them that kind of brings out the flavors.
Right.
Of the different whatever dishes you're making, especially if you're making a stew or a soup.
Yes.
And I've done it a couple of times, and it's always kind of like made the dish a little bit more special.
Right.
So apparently when you're using them for the first time, you have to soak them in water overnight.
All right.
And
That'll be cold water.
Cold water.
Yes.
And then before cooking, you kind of prep the pots by adding a bit of water to them and let it boil, as you say.
Yes.
It's also like, with my work in fashion, it's all about sustainability. It's all about, promoting anything which is organic, which is natural, and basically going back to your roots, right?
Yes.
So I think even when it comes to cooking, there's no better way to incorporate these, these beautiful pots, into adding to what I do, which is all about sustainability, and again promoting our people, our culture, and there's a story behind all of this. So. I mean, what else can I say? I was planning on doing something very, very special for this Christmas.
Yeah.
And when we're talking and we were discussing about doing this shoot, I was wondering, what do I make to kind of like make it special, and also because it's Christmas, and also it has to mean something to me.
Right.
And so I remembered this very, very special dish which my uncle Bart would make for us. So Uncle Bart is originally from Ghana, and I think he's one of the most amazing chefs that I've ever met. He can turn any dish into something really spectacular. And the memory that I have is of them coming home at least once a year to Shillong, and the fondest memories is especially during this time before Christmas. And we have these very special memories where Uncle Bart would always make something for us. And one of the special dishes that I fondly remember is this peanut butter chicken soup.
Oh, lovely. We've never heard about,
It's,
we've heard of chicken soup,
yeah,
but not the peanut butter chicken soup. Does it represent a country or culture?
So Uncle Bart's from Ghana, so this is a Ghana dish.
Okay.
And it's made during very special occasions and festivities.
Right.
Also during Christmas and New Year's.
Our audience, you've been taken through a beautiful journey of what Daniel had to say regarding the dish and about his bond with his aunt and
Uncle, yeah.
So, and that love will be seen here today.
I'm very excited to be doing this to make my Uncle Bad's special peanut butter chicken soup.
Lovely.
You know,
Yes.
and I want to dedicate this to my, to Uncle Bart out there and to my Kado
Oh, that's
in America.
so sweet. Yeah.
And so I just hope I do justice to the dish.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you
We're
will.
very,
Yeah.
very sure you
All right.
will, and all thanks to your uncle.
Yeah.
We get to see what he's shown you.
All right. So let's get this started. Subs, can you?
Yep.
So
We're gonna add
you'll add the chicken
chop-
to the
diced chicken
Yeah.
to the pot,
yeah.
and
So tell me then how much
so
to
we've
add.
we've cut medium-sized chicken chicken chunks.
Are we good?
I think we should just add a bit more. All right. So to the chicken, we're adding sliced onions,
Yeah.
tomatoes. Again, it's listening to your ancestors, right?
Yes.
On how much we add. Some chopped ginger. All right. All right. So we mix that. So first we're going to add some salt, and so we make sure we add a little bit of extra salt so that it adds more flavor to the chicken, and
Yeah.
and then we also add some grounded pepper. Yeah,
Good to go?
yeah, a teaspoon would be good. A little bit more, I mean, just to add more flavor. Alright, let's mix this. So once this is mixed, you cover it and then you let the water, the juices from the chicken come out,
Yeah.
and that will kind of steam the onions, the tomatoes, and the ginger which you've added. So we let it sit for a while. We cover the lid. So let's cover the pot, and then we put it on between medium and low,
Yeah.
because we don't want we let the juices from the chicken steam the onions and the tomatoes and the ginger, and then so we let it sit for a while, and then
Yeah.
and then we move on to the next step.
Okay.
Yeah. While the chicken is cooking and the onions and the tomatoes are getting steam,
Yeah.
so we're gonna move on to the next step, which is preparing the peanut butter soup,
Oh, lovely.
which we're gonna add to the chicken.
That's, I think, what I feel is the main
Ingredient.
ingredient
Yeah.
is something which is the center of the dish.
Exactly.
Backbone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna-
backbone of the dish.
Just quickly move this to the other stove. It smells good already.
Something
Okay.
very, very earthy about.
Exactly.
You get
Yeah.
that nice earthy.
The nice
Aroma.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So to the next level of the dish, we're gonna prepare the soup,
Yes.
and for that we're gonna use another ducty craft pot.
So these are all
Yeah.
ducty crabs.
Exactly, yeah,
Ducty.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
wonderful.
Okay. Okay. On to the next crucial part of the dish. We're gonna prepare the base of the soup, where we're gonna add some lukewarm water and the peanut butter to a blender, and we have to blend the peanut butter and the water together.
Right.
Yeah. So that just to make sure that we don't get any lumps
This
in the
has to
soup.
be warm. Water is
Lukewarm, yeah.
lukewarm.
All right. And yeah, we had
And this is unsweetened.
this is unsweetened peanut butter. You make sure that it's unsweetened because you don't want a sweet
Right.
flavored soup, right?
Yes, yes.
So okay, so we blend the soup. So we've blended the peanut butter with the water,
Yeah.
and so we transfer that to another pot. So we're going to transfer the the peanut butter blend into the next pot.
What is this for? To thicken
This is for the base of the soup.
Yeah. So let it
All right.
get heated up, and this base becomes a little thick.
The oil separates.
The oil also.
Yeah. So
separates,
you
right?
let it cook and boil till
Yeah.
the oil separates from the peanut butter, and then you know that it's done.
Yeah.
So I think the base is almost done. We'll just check on the consistency. Yeah.
What do you reckon? Is this? I think
yeah.
looks perfect.
I think
Good.
another few more
the
minutes.
aroma smells
Yeah.
delicious already.
So you have an option if you want the soup to be nice, hot and spicy. You know, you can add your king chilies, you know, your bap to it, or if not, you can just leave it as it is if you don't want it spicy. Yeah. So while I'm chopping the chilies, Sobs, can you just check if the onions and the tomatoes are steamed?
Oh yes, I think
Huh?
look
Yeah.
done.
All right. So switch off the gas, and so what we need to do now is to kind of separate the onions and the tomatoes along with the ginger from the chicken, so that we can blend.
Ideally, you'll be taking out the
Separating the
Chicken?
chicken from the onions and the tomatoes and the ginger, and then we put that in a blender, and we have to blend
Alright,
that so that we
yes.
can again
Blend
add that
it.
to the chicken.
Yeah.
So because with the soup you don't want like lumpy
Right,
like
yes,
strings of
yes,
onions and
yes.
tomatoes and ginger,
Yes.
right? So you want that kind of like well blended,
Yeah.
so you get like a nice smooth texture.
So that's about it.
So once you've separated the chicken from the onions and
Yeah.
tomatoes, so you transfer the onions and tomatoes into a blender, and then you blend them in so that like you have a smooth consistency. So once you've transferred the onions and the tomatoes to the blender,
Yeah.
if you like I said, if you want it spicy, you can add you know, your
Oh,
chopped
lovely.
chilies, and again depending on how spicy you want that, then you add the chilies accordingly. Let's be adventurous and
I think
Oh,
just
yes.
I think
No,
just
I-
add all of it.
Yeah.
All of
you
it.
sure?
Let's
All
go
of
all in,
it.
all in
Yeah.
with the
Alright.
chilies.
You guys said it.
I'm game.
Alright.
Yes.
So again we transfer the chicken to the pot, and to that we add the blended mixture.
So now we'll add the puree of the steamed onions, the tomatoes, the ginger, and the sauteed chilies to the pot with the chicken.
All right. Done. So once that's mixed, you mix the puree and the chicken together, and again let it simmer for a few more minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and then you check on the peanut butter base, which is I think done now. Right.
Looks
Alright.
good.
Looks good, right? Alright. So we wait for a few more minutes, and then we add that
Yeah.
to the chicken.
Oh, lovely. This
Yeah.
is like a nice, beautiful journey about Ghanaian food and one of their, I think, special dishes,
Yeah.
like you mentioned, made on special occasions. And we are very fortunate that culturally we are imbibing this in our Christmas celebration here at Food Diaries. So it's been a pleasure having you do this with Sapna here today. And in a little bit more, we're going to have a plating of this, and it'll be my very first time tasting something like this you know,
Yeah.
and this would be a memory I think I will cherish.
So the soup is done. So we just transfer that to the chicken.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Right. So I think it's done. Let's have a look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are ready?
Can't wait.
It's been an anxious wait.
All right. Smell that.
Ah, lovely.
All right.
It's nice and
I
creamy.
think. Yeah.
Do you think Uncle Bart will be happy?
Well, we have to taste it, right? I mean, it looks
I know.
like the way it's supposed to look, as far as I remember. But
I am sure that he would be smiling ear to ear to see that, you know,
Yeah.
you're doing this for an occasion that is as memorable as Christmas at Food Diaries. So what could be better than that?
Yeah.
I know.
Yes. So Daniel, what about your beans?
yeah. So now we move on to the side dish.
Yeah.
So for this, we're making another special dish, which is my aunt, my Kaihe's recipe.
Yeah.
It's these sauteed beans
Okay.
served with crushed peanuts,
Yeah.
and I think that will go really well with the soup, right?
Add a nice crunch.
We'll add a nice crunch to
Yeah.
the soup. So first we start by blanching the beans. So just pass me the, just add some hot water. That's it. Right, then we add the beans to the water, and we just let it cook for a few minutes.
Okay.
We don't want the beans to be. It can just
Overcooked, no?
They
overcooked.
should
yeah.
have a little bite to them.
Bite to
you
it.
know?
I mean,
Yeah.
this always. I mean, it's supposed to have a crunch. The beans are supposed to
Right.
have a crunch to them. So, so we just kind of blanch it for how many minutes, Subs?
Let's do it for 3 minutes. I
3
think
minutes.
it should be good.
Yeah. Right. So we just wait for a few minutes
Yeah,
while
right.
and you make sure that the beans are still green and they don't lose the color,
Right.
because then when that happens, I think then you lose the crunch of the beans, right?
Yeah.
And again, this is a very simple recipe, but it brings back a lot of memories, because again, this is something which my Kai here would make almost every special occasion, whether
Yeah.
it's birthdays or whether it's
Okay.
anniversary celebrations or
Right.
even Christmas and New Year. We'll always have this dish on the table, and it's always been one of my favorites. So, something simple like this also brings back like a lot of memories for me.
Right, right.
So, and what better way for me to like share this recipe with all of you? So,
Relatively very, very special because of the fact that we are here celebrating Christmas at Daniel's Ames with Sapna together, and that makes it much more special.
okay. So I think they're almost done.
Yeah.
We'll just wait for another minute, and then once it's done, we drain out the water, and then
Blanch.
we put the beans. We have the ice water ready, so we're going to put it in the ice water for
Yes.
a few minutes, just so the beans retain the crunch. So Subs, I think the beans are almost done, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the water is boiling, so we're going to switch this off, and then
Let's
drain out the
Drain.
out the water. Okay. Add it to the yuma. Okay.
I believe we all grew up with playing with kitchen sets. That is our childhood memories. Of course, in our times they were, not customized. Now you have, kids having these customizable, almost real-like kitchen situation. And for us, it's only about as and when we are asked to help out in the kitchen or play with, pots and pans. I think that is our. Will not call that a very fond memory, but I think we all grew up doing that.
The next step is to saute the beans,
Yeah.
and to a pan we're gonna add some olive oil, and then I have my own little take on this recipe, so I'm gonna add a bit of butter because I love butter.
Yes.
And yeah, so we're gonna make sure we don't put in too much oil. by the way, besides food, I also enjoy my fitness. So I always make sure that we cook healthy, you know, and make sure that
Eat consciously.
eat consciously, and
Yes.
you know, yeah, I think that's, yeah. You add in some either chopped or crushed garlic.
I think winter is a good time for garlic because it makes your
And
body
it's,
very
it's
warm.
also one of my favorite condiments. I will never mind how much garlic is
Exactly.
put into a dish.
Yeah.
I love garlic.
I mean, the combination of garlic and butter, I mean, that's
Yes.
just like, you know. Can you get the smell?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Nice wintry smell.
Garlicky, buttery. So to that we add the beans.
So Daniel, this must be a day of reckoning when you're making, recreating your aunt's.
I mean, yeah, I wanted
always unmissable dish.
I wanted to do something special, so and just, yeah. Subs, can you add some salt?
So then do you have any measurement as much as
I was just gonna ask you that because I don't normally follow recipes by the book,
Right.
you know, and
Yes.
I get very confused when they're being very specific about how much salt or pepper or seasoning that you have to add.
That is
so,
too technical. I think
Yeah.
when you cook, you would want to do. I mean, it should suit your palate.
Yeah, so me too, Dan, I just listen to my ancestors whispering
Exactly.
in my ears.
Yeah. You just exactly.
That's when I
Yeah.
stop.
So yeah. So I think the beans are almost done.
I would just like to mention if we are using salted butter, then we should control the quantity of salt
Quantity of
that
salt,
we are
exactly.
adding
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
beans.
All right. So now we're done. We've just plated the soup. We're just gonna add a little personal touch. So we gonna just garnish it with a bit of spring onions, just to add a bit of festive color to the soup, and add the beans. Okay. So what's interesting is I was talking to Uncle Bart about this, about what I was planning to do with the recipe and wanting to do this for the show. So we were talking about the add-ons and how to serve this. So Uncle Bart was saying that originally I was gonna serve it with bread, but then Uncle Bart said that it tastes lovely with our local putharo and pumaloi, so that's what we have here, and we just add one to the plate. So I think it's this is even more nicer. This is even nicer because then I have a bit of Uncle Bart here and
Right.
his dish from Ghana, and then we have the putharo and the pumaloi
Yeah.
representing my kado.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Sweet
You know.
and lovely, and it's just like there's a very deep connection to home. Both the dishes represent
Yeah.
our cultures, our connections,
Yeah.
and as I was also looking around, there's such a cozy vibe that we get from entering your house.
Yeah.
So, what is
Yeah, so-
this place that you would like to share?
Yeah. So this is we're here at my Mekha's house. I grew up with my Mekha, and I live here with my brother Ben, and my cousin lives upstairs. This is a place where part of my heart belongs, and I've spent most of my life living here, and so this place is special to me, it's special to my heart, just as my parents' house is, my grandmother's house back in JL is, but this is where my heart belongs, and I've always said this is my safe zone. This is where I bring in my friends, my loved ones, to just do this, like cook special meals and just sit and have conversations and cry and laugh and share dreams, and
Oh yeah, we've had
You
so
know,
many of those
yeah.
episodes.
So this is a special place.
Yeah, so it just comes back to what I was just saying. We were talking about food, and the kind of connection they bring, something very deep to, especially today's dish, culturally also that way, and symbolically also. And as we're getting to talk about that, then comes, this place and the story behind it and your connection. So I think all that just fits perfectly together for a celebration of Christmas at Food Diaries. Nothing gets more cozy, nothing we talk about our emotions, our joy, our feelings, our gratitude. All that is in fact the spirit of Christmas. And well, we can go on and on about that, but I think we should let the soup become cold. I have been waiting honestly to sit down and get a tasting of the peanut butter chicken soup and what Daniel has prepared today with the sauteed beans. Well, this is love in a plate, if I have to say. Symbolic of our cultures, symbolic of our identities, because what we have here and what you've been hearing all along, that this is a Ghanaian delicacy for which Daniel has picked up, learned, tasted and had prepared by his Uncle Bart. So Uncle Bart, I do owe my thanks to you again. Because of you, I think we have this dish here today. And well, we have our kasi putharo, we have our Ghanaian soup, and what more? Combination, what you want. The best part is that what we have here is really healthy, really organic. The taste, I'm very sure, will be sumptuous. First, a taste of the soup. Perfect consistency, if you see. Beautiful. That's all I can say. This is something where, traveling, working, in the midst of a lot of things, I think at the end of the day, you would want to come for a bowl of such kind of soup. And well, I have the putharo. This is going to be, I'm going to experiment. We normally have our putharo with our dor gem or tunubai or dor clay. But this time around, the kasi putharo and this Ghanaian soup. The pairing works quite well. I'm not just saying it. If at all you watch this today and you would want to try, these are the best combinations. Well, of course, you have your options of trying this with rice and everything, but then for something like this, I think I wouldn't mind. Let's just try on the beans. I'm going to use my hand. Beautifully made, beautifully sauteed. This is such a clean dish, and something that I have here, something that is specially made by Daniel. This is a different kind of a Christmas for me, and in a way that has made me really happy. And at Food Diaries, our audiences, I'm sure you are as anxious, if not as anxious as me. If you can replicate this dish or try and make this at home, I'm sure this would also take you to a Ghanaian culinary adventure. I do hope whoever is tuned in today at Food Diaries, you have thoroughly enjoyed our experience. It has been a journey, a very culinary journey that is very different. The utensils that were used, the dish that was served, the love that comes out of cooking for those dishes, bringing memories and connections from families near and far. And on the special occasion of Christmas, for whoever's tuned in with us, I do hope that there's also a connection in your homes, your families, your friends, that this season will bring you all together. And with that, I do wish you all a very, very joyous, a very, very blessed Christmas. Well, Daniel, before we wind up, we are really happy that we've been looking forward to, I think, always blocking our dates, but the person that you are, trotting the globe, not for yourself, but for the banner of representing our culture through the attires and the India. We thank you for that and for taking your time despite your busy schedule. And thank you so much, Daniel.
It's always a pleasure, Abha. I mean, it's been fun, and I'm so
Yes.
glad I've been able to share these little stories.
Yes.
My childhood stories, and again, Uncle Bad's special dish. And thank you for having me in the show. And I would just like to wish our viewers a very blessed Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel. And Sapna Mordani, thank you again for taking out your time, being with us here today. And but we do hope that we get to catch you on one of the days where you will be entirely on Food Diaries. It has been great having you. I think it's been a great help for Daniel as well. And we've really enjoyed having your company. We do look forward for a day like that again when we shall have you again at Food Diaries.
The pleasure is absolutely mine, Abha. Daniel, thank you for bringing me to this. And I also take this opportunity to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a great 2026.
Well, with that, once again, from Food Diaries at Gudarshan, Kendra, Shillong, a very joyous, a very blessed Christmas. May you all find God's peace in your hearts and in your homes. Once again, thank you.